I noticed some people were struggling with the homework this week, and I love that you guys asked for some help, right? I would absolutely love to make videos whenever you guys ask. So if you're struggling, definitely ask. I'll make a video. So this week, we're talking about the unit circle. So as you can see right here, this is a unit circle. So the thing that makes it a unit circle, let me highlight it, a unit circle, is that it is a circle of radius 1 unit, right? It could be 1 foot, 1 meter, 1 inch, right? It's just 1 unit. And we put this unit circle on the xy plane, on the Cartesian coordinate system, right? So since the circle has a radius of 1, well, that means it crosses this point, 1 comma 0, 0 negative 1, negative 1 comma 0, and 0 comma 1, right? Since it's a circle of radius 1, it better touch those points. Well, let's talk about some random point on the circle. Well, there's a point right here, and it has an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. But let's look at how we get that x-coordinate. If you ever want to know the x-coordinate of a point, well, you start from the origin, the center, and move to the left, move to the right. All right, so this is x. If you want to know the y-coordinate, you start from the x-axis down here and move up. You can see that this forms a little triangle. And since there's a triangle here, we can talk about trig ratios, like sines, cosines, and tangents. But there's also something more that we could say. I put this triangle and stretched it out and moved it down here. So let's talk about this triangle. Since the circle is radius 1, right, this is a circle of radius 1, the unit circle, the hypotenuse right here, that has to be 1 unit, right? And I said it right here. I've always attached the notes on Schoology. So I said, since the radius of the circle is 1, the hypotenuse has to be 1. Let's talk about these trig functions, these trig ratios. Well, sine is opposite of hypotenuse, so let's look at this angle right here, angle A. Well, sine is opposite of hypotenuse, so that's y divided by 1. Well, any number divided by 1 is just y. Well, any number divided by 1 is just the original number, so y divided by 1 is y. Let's talk about the cosine of A. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. In this case, it's x divided by 1, so that means it's equal to x. And finally, the tangent of A. Well, tangent is opposite of hypotenuse, so this is y over x. Let's think about what we just did, right? We used these trig ratios, talked about some random point, but let's talk about what we just did. Ultimately, we know sine of A is equal to the y value, and the cosine of A is equal to the x value. So any point on the unit circle. So let me draw another unit circle. All right, so you have a unit circle over here. And let's say there's a point over here. Well, it has a point. Let's call it x comma y. It forms a triangle right here with this angle. Let me clean this up a little bit. This is x comma y. And this is angle A. It's called angle A, right? I don't know what point what the value of x and y are on the circle, right? And I can kind of guess what it is, like based on the coordinates, but I won't know for sure. However, if I know this angle right here, I know the point, right? X is going to be equal to cosine of the angle, and y is equal to sine of the angle. Right? So maybe on Khan Academy, they tell you that, oh, this point right here is 0.5, and this is equal to negative 0.5, and this is equal to 0.6, right? We can figure out what the angle is, right? If they gave us the opposite. What if they say, like, okay, we don't know what x and y are, but they told us this angle is 30 degrees. Well, okay, not 30 degrees. Let's say this is 120 degrees, right? All we have to do is take the cosine of the angle, cosine of 120, and sine of 120, and there you go. There's your point. X comma y. So I hope this video was helpful. Definitely message me on Schoology or email me if you guys have more questions.